Hi everyone, my name is Tom Matson and I'm Director of Animal Programs at the Memphis Zoo. I would like to tell you about a couple of things. First, I want to thank you on behalf of the zoo for a record year. The zoo had over 1 million visitors this past year, which is pretty amazing when you consider our management team still refuses to embrace any feasible plan which would provide parking for those visitors. Now, like our zoo's president, Chuck Brady, I'm someone with an extensive background in feeding and bathing large animals. And like Chuck, I enjoy dabbling in fun things for which I have no real training. Things like running a business or designing civil transportation and traffic management solutions. I guess you could say Chuck and I are real Renaissance animal men. But back to that annoying parking thing. Recently, Memphis Mayor Jim Strickland presented a plan that brings us very close to a solution. It seems like a pretty good plan, except for the parts which require the zoo to make any compromises. You see, a lot of people don't seem to understand that without the zoo, there would be no Overton Park, no Memphis, and no Tennessee. Now, how much fun would Ellis Island be without the Statue of Liberty? Well, if you think about Memphis Zoo as the Statue of Liberty and the rest of the world as Ellis Island, you'll see where we're coming from. This is called an analogy, and it's a tool to help people understand difficult concepts. Anywho, we like a lot about the mayor's plan, but we think it can be modified to further waste millions of dollars of city funding. First off, the zoo only needs an overflow parking solution on our busiest days, which, as we've mentioned in the past, are pretty much just the free Tuesdays we offer out of the kindness of our hearts so that all of Memphis citizens, even those poor people we often read about in the newspapers, will have a chance to buy $12 cotton candy. Anyhow, to cope with the shortage of available parking on these overflowing days, the mayor is proposing to shuttle visitors from remote parking lots via city streets to the zoo. We think we have a better solution. Here's how it would work. We think it would be much more fun and nearly 40 feet shorter to run those shuttle buses through the forest in Overton Park. We can reroute the thousands of people using the forest paths for walking, running, and bicycling to the East Parkway. Now you know where we stand. We wanted you to hear directly from us what we're asking for. Now, those of you with actual training and or experience in business management or city planning might not be able to appreciate our ideas, but that's because you're unable to think outside the box and put the zoo's interests first. And frankly, that's just sad. And for those of you who question whether or not the zoo is worth all this money and trouble, I mean, come on. You really need to check out that YouTube video where one of our gibbons is throwing his own poop at a visitor. OMG, it's hilarious. Please, share this video, get informed, and contact the Memphis City Council members today. Thanks for listening, and don't forget, if it weren't for the zoo, all these animals would probably be sleeping in your front yard and throwing poop at you.